welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you how to play in a playthrough of Skulls of Sedlec. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a very quick, very easy game. It's called a pocket game. There is no box. Like it's just 18 cards in this little plastic sleeve and a rule book. So it's meant to be able to take on vacation and something that's easy to pack and just quick to pull out and play a quick game. So it can be, there's a 2-player setup and a 3-player setup. Well, the setup's the same, but the game plays slightly different. Basically what you're doing is you're making pyramids. So in a 2-player game, and they always have to be face up, or the correct, the skulls have to be in the right, what would you call that? Like, you can't turn them upside down. So you're doing, in a 2-player game, you're making a pyramid, and then you're going to score points based on whether the cards meet the requirements to score the points. And Anthony's going to be doing the same thing. We're each working on our own pyramid stack. And the only rules are basically you have to have 4 in your bottom row, but to start your second row, you have to have at least 2 cards on the bottom row because you're putting your next level on top of 2 cards. Then once you play another card on the bottom row, then you can then place a card here or here as long as there's 2 cards underneath to support it. And then once you have your last card on the bottom row, you could put the last card on your second row. Same rules apply for your last row. In a 3-player game, you would be doing rows of 3, 2, and 1. And then each type of card or skull has its own little rules. And they're all right here in the rule book as well as on the card. So this is a priest. And you get 2 points for each priest per level, only 1 per level. So if you have more than 1 in a level, you still only get 2 points. But if you happen to have a criminal that's either on top of, which would be adjacent, or beside it, you get 2 points for each of those criminals that are adjacent to the priest. The romantics, they have to be side by side or top and bottom. They're in pairs. You can only score each romantic once. So even though if you have this combination, you would only get points for one of the pairs, not both pairs, because you can't score each one more than once. They don't score anything unless they're in a pair adjacent to each other. So you would get 6 points if those were beside each other. The royals, you get 1 point for each peasant. This is the peasants underneath them. So say you have a royal in your very top row and you have peasants throughout. So for every level underneath this top level, you get points for each peasant. So that would be 4 points. Then you have, did I get all of them? Mm-hmm. Got all of them. Oh, and each peasant is also 1 point on its own. So even if you don't have a royal on top, the only way the royals score points is if they have peasants underneath them. Very easy game. And then in the result of a tie, you just then score, you score your points at the end of the game. And the result of a tie, then you score basically who had the highest scoring set of skulls. And if they're still tied, then you just keep going from there until you find a set of skulls that someone scored more on. And the setup is the same in both 2-player and 3-player game. You do 6 stacks of 3. This is your graveyard.
Up, so we build pyramids.
And then you randomly turn 1 face up. There's 3 actions you can do on your turn. Only one action, but you have a choice of 3. Well, not always, but there are 3 different actions you can do if applicable. You can collect, which means whatever card is already face up, you collect that, put that in your hand. You can dig, which means turning 2 face down stacks, the top card face up, and then you could take one of those and put that in your hand. Or if you already have a card or cards in your hand, you can stack, which means you're starting your pyramid. You have to stack. If you can't have more than 2 cards in your hand. So if you're up to 2 cards in your hand, you have to stack your next play. You can only do one of those actions per turn, and you're just taking turns going back and forth. And then the game ends when both or all players have completed their stacks. So, do you want to go first?
Yeah, but you might want to reshuffle because now we know where.
All right.
It's a royal.
Okay. So all Anthony can do is collect or dig. He's collecting and he puts that in his hand. So only thing I can do is dig. So I'm going to dig here, here, and then I get to choose one of those to put in my hand. He can either stack, collect, or dig. I have to stack because I have 2 cards. I'm going to stack. So this is a point. I get 2 points for that priest that's in that level, and I get 2 points for the criminal that's beside the priest, and I get 6 points for my romantic. So that was a very good play there. That's 10 points right there.
My turn.
I think so. Anthony did a good play. That's 2 points, and for each criminal that's beside it, they each get 2 points. So that's 8 points right there for those 2 cards. Oh, wait.
You hear her snoring, it's our dog.
I don't think they can hear that. So Anthony has 2 royals, so there's presently 2 peasants underneath, so that would be 2 for that one and 2 for that one. My turn?
Mm-hmm. Send a stack of 4 for 3.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
So my royal, anything underneath that that's a peasant gets a point, and then these two are adjacent, so that's points.
Okay.
My turn. Anthony completed his stack, so I just keep playing until I've completed mine. Okay, so now we do our scoring. And you can see how quick this game is. So you don't get points for if you have multiple priests in a row. So it's 2, but I get 4, 6 points for that row, 8, then another 6 for the romantics. So I'm at 14, 15. 2 points for this. That's 17. 2 points for the priest. That's 19. Nothing for that. 20, 21. This is adjacent to a priest, so that's 23, 25, 26, and then I get a total of 6 for those, so I'm at 32. Okay, Anthony gets 3, 2 for that, 2 for that one, so that's 5, 7, 9, 10. He has 3 with 2 royals on top, so that would be, what was I at before? Let's see, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 plus 6, 16, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. Really? That's all you got? Is that right?
3.
Did I count that right?
Just 2. I got 27.
I got 32. So 27?
Yeah.
Okay. So 32 to 27. So that was, how long did that seemed like a 5 or 10 minute game. It was very fast.
Yeah, the reason that she won is because she got these at the top.
Yeah, the 2 royals
helped.
Gave me an extra 6 points for my 3 peasants. But I also had a lot of priests and criminals.
Well, so did I.
Yeah, this is a fun game. It's easy, fun game. Very, very quick, as you can see. Great game to take on a vacation or somewhere where you're going to be, even, I guess, if you wanted to take it, you're waiting somewhere.
Yeah, so you can put it in your pocket. It's literally pocket size. It's not a big box, so
yeah,
you could take it to a restaurant or somewhere where you could just have a table and just play real quick while you're waiting for food.
Yeah, this is. I didn't expect it to be this fun. It's actually a lot of fun because when you pull it out, you're like, really? Just that's because it's just 18 cards, but because each card does. I mean. Each card has its own little requirement and placement, so it makes it more. It's a lot of strategy. So there's luck in it of what you pull, but there's also a lot of strategy. So we will put the product link in the description if you want to check this out for yourself. It's a pretty inexpensive game. And as always, please like our video and support us by subscribing. And we look forward to seeing you next time.